Hi everyone, Happy New Year! 2026 felt like the right moment to try something new in Guild Wars 2. I have played this game for many years, but I never really focused on making gold. So this year, I'm running a 12-month gold challenge. Each month, I test one gold method and track the results to see what actually works over time. Everything is fully transparent, and none of these methods rely on crafting and selling legendary items. This month, we start with raw materials. But before we start, I want to set expectations. The goal is not to find the best strategy, it is to understand what actually earns gold when you play normally. Everything you see this year is either self-discovery or suggestions from the community. Think of the series as an honest experiment, rather than a perfect guide. To keep the challenge fair, I keep the structure the same every month. I play a fixed numbers of hours, sell everything on the trading post, and avoid legendary crafting. Each month isolates one gold source, so it's easier to see what actually works. Every session starts with a different amount of gold because I sell everything after each session. What matters is the profit per hour, not the total gold in my wallet. Any gold earned outside this challenge is not tracked. Every session is tracked in a Google Sheet with time played, gold earned, and profit per session. That sheet will always be linked in the description so you can follow along or compare results yourself. For the first month, the method is intentionally simple. I'm selling raw materials that I gather while playing the game, moving from map to map, harvesting nodes, killing mobs, and selling everything immediately. No optimized routes, no specific builds, and no event farming. We're just playing and paying attention. I started in the Crystal Oasis, simply because that's where my character logged in. From there, I moved between a couple of maps, spending about an hour just playing the game. Early on, I also opened several map chests, which I later came to regret. Many maps, like Crystal Oasis and most Heart of Thorns maps, require specific keys or currencies to open chests properly.
Quite a reward.
Including those would skew the results. However, if you already have those items, opening chests can increase your gold per hour. But for this month, I choose to leave that out. After a few days of 1-hour sessions, something became clear. This is a very solid method for new players. You gain experience, gather valuable materials, and you can use those materials to level crafting, which make these runs feel useful rather than wasteful. What surprised me most was how strong core Tyria turned out to be. On the level 80 character, mobs die fast and materials add up quickly. Kazakh's Hills, for example, really surprised me. The high mob density combined with pristine toxic spore samples made a noticeable difference in profit. While higher level maps, for example Frostgord Sound and Cursed Shore, where I expected to perform well, ended up disappointing. Most of these maps yield higher tier materials, but in a smaller amount, and with harder to kill mobs or being a complete maze, your speed drops fast. The hardest part of this method is consistency. Doing 1-hour runs is easy, doing them almost every day starts to feel repetitive. After about 15 hours, the curiosity fades and routine takes over. And that in itself is an important result. You can improve this method. Targeting dense node clusters, parking alt characters, or planning routes will increase efficiency. But this month wasn't about pushing limits, it was about establishing a baseline. If you're playing casually, this is a realistic expectation of what you can earn. No pressure, no optimization, just time and consistency. To wrap this month up, here are the results. Over the course of this month, I played 20 hours and earned a total of 128 gold, 55 silver, and 22 copper, purely from selling raw materials. That comes down to an average of 6 gold, 42 silver, and 76 copper per hour. This month sets the baseline. Everything we test next will be compared back to raw material farming. If you want to see the full breakdown, including every session, the Google Sheet is linked in the description. In the next video, we move on to map metas and world bosses. Selling everything immediately, just like this month. I'm curious what you think. Which map metas do you feel are absolutely worth doing, and which one should I avoid? Let me know in the comments, and I'll take that into account for the next run. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in Tyria.